Thank you guys so much for 5,000 subscribers. It really means a lot to me. Thank you guys for liking, commenting, subscribing, as well as checking out my Instagram over the past few years. The support means a lot. I also appreciate you guys sharing the intelligence site. It's one of my favorite side projects, and it's great to see how helpful it's been to everyone in the New Balance community. In addition to reviewing my grails, I'm also going to be dropping the first episode of an FAQ series next week, so stay tuned for that. And here's to another 5,000 subscribers. So as I said, this has been a Grail New Balance pair of mine for a while. It is a very fire collaboration on one of my favorite New Balance silhouettes of all time. It's made in the USA, it's made of quality materials, and I managed to get it for a decent price. This pair is just gonna go up in price as time goes on, so when I saw it for a good price, I decided to pull the trigger and just sit on them until I hit 5K. If you've been following me on Instagram, you've seen that I've already revealed this pair and actually wore it to Vegas. But without further ado, in this video, I'm going to be reviewing the Joe FreshGoods Don't Be Mad New Balance Made in USA 992 No Emotions Are Emotions in the Anatomy of a Heart colorway. Probably one of the most iconic New Balances over the past few years, especially being on the popular 992 silhouette. The Anatomy of a Heart 992s have been a long time grail of mine. These first released back when I first got into New Balances, so I didn't have a chance to grab them, and I always saw these from the sidelines thinking they were pretty cool, but years later I decided to pull the trigger on this awesome pair. As you can tell by the name of the colorway, the colors are based off of the colors of the heart, which I think is really cool. I'm about to start anatomy and physiology class next month, so I guess this will have to be my go-to shoe to wear to that class. But seriously, this pair is very high quality. It utilizes quality materials, the craftsmanship is perfect, and the colorway just looks so fire. Starting with the box, despite these being a collab, the Joe FreshGoods 992 comes in the standard gray New Balance Made in USA box, or at least the box before the current version. You get the USA logo on the top with the Made spell out in white, and you also get Made in USA branding around the box. This is also an older Made in USA pair, so they came with the older Made in USA tags, which I think are pretty cool. Starting with the toe box of the shoe, the mug art of the shoe is made out of some bright red suede. The middle of the toe box consists of a maroon mesh, and surrounding the toe box are two panels of some mauve suede. Typically, these are panels of nubuck on standard colorways of the 992, but on this collaboration, they feature suede. At the top of the toe box, you get a small panel of English tan leather. This leather is really high quality. Moving on towards the middle of the shoe, the bottom lace eyelets are made out of a panel of that bright red suede. The middle lace eyelet is made out of that English tan leather. The top lace eyelets are also made out of the bright red suede, and also features a red plastic lace eyelet in the middle of it. You get more panels of that maroon mesh, and in the very middle you get a big panel of light pink suede. On top of that pink suede is the New Balance N logo in a pink color with a white background in a 3M reflective material. Moving on towards the ankle area of the shoe, you get more panels of that maroon mesh, more panels of that mauve suede, more panels of the pink suede, as well as another big panel of the bright red suede, and you also get a small panel of 3M reflective in silver with 992 printed on in pink. Moving on towards the very back of the shoe, starting from the top, you get a big panel of English tan leather, you get a big panel of the bright red suede. In the middle of the red suede, you get an oval cutout with silver 3M reflective material with USA printed on in pink, and you also get a transparent heel clip at the bottom with the New Balance spell out in black, and the medial side of the shoe is the same as the lateral side of the shoe in terms of color and materials. The Joe FreshGoods 992 comes with a plethora of lace options. You get flat red laces, flat mauve laces, as well as flat white laces, but I opted to go with the flat blue laces because I love how they add another layer of contrast to an already complex shoe, and they mimic the blue veins in the heart. Those laces weave on top of a maroon mesh tongue, and at the very top of the tongue you get a big panel of English tan leather with the New Balance spell out embroidered on in red. You also get a cutout of silver 3M reflective with DBM printed on in pink, DBM standing for Don't Be Mad, and you also get a small N logo embroidered on in red at the bottom of the top of the tongue. The back of the tongue and the ankle area of the shoe are lined in a black textile material. Moving on towards the insoles, despite them not being branded as Ortholite, these are the same foam and shape as the ortholite insoles found on the 990 V5s, of course shaped for the 992 instead. And on the top of the insoles you get a very interesting graphic in a polyester material that consists of blue, red, and white colors, obviously matching the colors of the shoe and the laces. And at the bottom you get the MB logo, "Don't be mad" and "No emotions are emotions," all sublimated in white. The midsole of the shoe consists of white and black foams, as well as some translucent gray rubbers in the front as well as the back. The New Balance 992 consists of New Balance's proprietary Absorb and Absorb SBS cushioning technologies. This is a gel foam cushioning combination that gives the user comfort through a combination of both cushioning and compression resistance to give the user a great combination of both softness and firmness on feet. And lastly, moving on towards the outsole of the shoe, you get the standard 992 outsole in black rubbers with the New Balance branding in white, as well as 992 branding in various shades of gray. You also get some hits of white rubber in the forefoot of the outsole. So now that the overview of the shoes out of the way, I'll lace these up and I'll show you how they look on feet. So for sizing, the Joe FreshGoods 992 fits like every other 992, and because it has a slightly bigger toe box area, I recommend going down half a size. I'm a true size 9.5 and I got these in a size 9 and they fit me well. For my 3-factor comfort rating for the New Balance 992, I give it a 6 out of 10 for softness, a 7 out of 10 for firmness, and a 6 out of 10 for midsole shape and support. The 992 is very comfortable in its own way. You get a great combination of both softness and firmness. It's not too overly soft or squishy on feet, nor is it too overly firm or stiff on feet. I think it's a great combination of the two. You might not be a big fan of the 992 if you're looking for something that's very soft and squishy on feet, and the midsole shape is pretty supportive, but a thing to note about the 992, as you can probably tell by just looking at it, it is a bit on the chunkier side, and they might feel a bit heavier on feet, and you might feel a bit more elevated off the ground. In terms of quality, the Joe FreshGoods 992 collaboration is a very high quality collaboration, and that's good, especially seeing how I paid resale for these. And that's pretty good, especially since I paid resale for this. But even with that aside, it's a really high quality collab. The suedes are all very soft to the touch. The meshes are all pretty solid too. The leathers utilized on this shoe are high quality. The English tan color looks amazing, and you might even get a nice patina on the leather panels, which I think is pretty cool. And I also had no craftsmanship issues. I'm excited to finally have my Grail pair of New Balances in my collection. Adding these to the collection feels like a milestone in of itself, but the fact that I got these for 5,000 subscribers makes it even more special. It's a very head-turning shoe, and I love the theme behind it. I love how high quality it is. The combination of the materials is also great. And to top it all off, it's on one of my favorite New Balance silhouettes of all time, the 992. It's a shame the 992 has been put back in the vault, but we were able to get a lot of great collabs and GRs for a good amount of time before they vaulted it. Thank you guys again for 5,000 subscribers. It really means a lot to me. Stay tuned for the first few episodes of the FAQ series, and let me know what other types of content you'd like to see down in the comments. So that's gonna do it for this video. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Follow me on my socials. Check out the Intelligence site for more New Balance content and guides. If you really love the review, please consider leaving a super thanks in the tip jar below. And thanks for watching.